Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This is your host, JustCMTexx, and I'm back, and we're getting ready to talk about the Mythic Token rewards blog that was just released a little while ago by TayTron. Shout out to TayTron for releasing this. And what this blog goes over is the conversion rate of how many Mythic tokens you're going to be able to get for different S-class characters. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to read this, we're going to go into it, and then I'm going to give you my take on the things you should go for and what you should be doing as we prepare and continue towards the road to Mythics. So let's go ahead and read this. It says, "Hello survivors. Since the announcements of Conquest, many of you have been asking how many Mythic tokens each of your S-class fighters will be rewarded. Today we're happy to share that information. Before you jump into the list below, please note the following, okay? S-class fighters must be tier 2, 110, level 110 for Mythic tokens to be awarded, okay? S-class fighters are not consumed in this process. As we stated before, and I stated this in the previous video, it will not consume your S-class characters, okay? Mythic tokens will be used to collect Mythic fighters along with Mythic keys from the new world map. That's interesting. So we got to see what those Mythic keys are going to be able to do, and we'll be able to collect those Mythic fighters. Okay, now I think maybe it has something to do with the type of Mythic you can be able to unlock, but we'll have to see what that's going to entail. Now the next thing is Mythic tokens will not be counted. Will be counted, not consumed. So that means that all they're gonna do with the Mythic tokens is just count them, so that when you go get an S-class character, you can be able to use them. They will not be consumed. And what I'm thinking this is that being as though they are not consumed, you won't have to keep getting a bunch of Mythic tokens because there's a limit to the Mythic tokens you can get. Well, why do we say that? Well, you can only have 2 of a character. So I can only have 2 Magnas that's gonna count towards me getting Mythic tokens. So if they come out with more characters and you have to use Mythic tokens for those characters, it wouldn't make sense to consume the Mythic tokens because I can't do anything else with my Magnus. If I had 3 Magnus, or if I have 3 Akiras or something of that nature, it won't work. I can only have 2 that will be that will be used towards the Mythic tokens. So this does make perfect sense here. Now, the more Mythic tokens you collect, the more Mythic fighters you will get. All collections will be done in the museum, okay? So collections will be live for several months during the transition period. Cool. Mythic token collections can be redeemed twice, okay? So a maximum of duplicate S-class fighters. So as I just said, you can be able to get, let's say 2 Akiras. You can be able to get tokens for 2 of them. If you got 3, if you're fortunate, some people got 4, you're only going to get credit for 2 of them. So this is going to work out further. Now, without further ado, here are the Mythic token rewards. Now, this is what's going to happen and how this is going to break down. So what you need to do is, if these characters are the ones you have on your team, you need to start adding up how many Mythic tokens you are going to start off with off the bat. This is going to give you that strategy for you to be able to start preparing for your Mythic roster once they drop in game when Conquest update comes in March. So the S-class collection for the Mythic tokens, all right, so the 5 Mythic tokens, we have Georgia, Steve, Tara, Krista, James, Angel, Malcolm, Glenn, Tyler, and Jean-Baptiste. Well, this comes as a surprise, but I can understand the science behind this, okay? Georgia, Steve, Tara were all War of Champion characters, so you can only get them with War of Champion. So that makes sense why that is rewarded the most. Now, Krista, James, Angel, Malcolm, well, besides Malcolm, but Krista, James, Angel, Glenn, Tyler, and Jean-Baptiste, guess what? All of those characters are from the free characters that they gave us. So pretty much everybody should be able to have them. Everybody should have them. If you've been playing the game for a while, you should have these characters. So as you can see there, with just those characters alone, if you have Krista, James, Angel, Glenn, Tyler, and Jean Baptiste, you're already starting off with 30 mythic tokens just from these characters here alone, from the free ones that they gave us. And then if you have Malcolm, if you're a survival role member, which I am, I'm gonna go ahead and work and get Malcolm. That'll start you with 35. And if you have War of Champion, you're starting off with 50 mythic tokens off the bat, just to start there. Now we go down to the S-Class list for 4 mythic tokens: Magna, Nick, May, Barker. Okay, you have Marge, Carl, Jesus, Akira, Callie, Shaquille, Wanderer, MJ, Christmas Governor, Argus, Dwight, Erica, Diego, Maggie, Pamela Hamilton, Raven, Amber, Ben, Jeremiah James, Pippi, Garrett, Mackenzie, Davey, and any further S-Class releases. So this lets us know that these are the latest, or what we will call the second tier of the S-Class characters that came out, and all these characters will get you 4 mythic tokens. So if you have these guys, you're in good. Now this is another thing that you want to do and you want to pay attention to as well. You want to go after these characters in the museum, if you don't have them, with your road to mythic tokens, so that you can get them and get the max amount of tokens that you possibly can for your mythics, to be able to upgrade and get those mythics. So that's the 4 mythic tokens. Now 3 mythic tokens: the Trader, Storm, Jason, Carrie Ann, Imani, Lily, Negan, Shane, Tanya, Willie, Michonne, Axel, Nor, Marcus, Kenny, Beta, Franklin, Mr. Lou, Javier, Job, Brutus, Morgan, Lee, Andrea, Abraham, and Scotsman. So this would be your S-Class characters. That was some of the earlier, newer characters, mixed in with some of those going into the, what I would call like the second phase of S-Class characters. So those are going to get you the 3 mythic tokens, and you're going to see that it's a big difference between those characters and the later characters that come into the game, and the earlier characters, as we're getting ready to see that the characters that are worth 2 mythic tokens will more than likely be those first S-Class characters that originally came into the game in the beginning. So we just so the 2 mythic token list. Here we go. We got Pete, Priya, Laupo, Ralito, Hangin, Arv, Secretary Gal, Kapoor, Wangfa, Dayu, Sheila, Princess, Mercer, Minerva, Frost, Luis, Marlon and Rosie, Davy, Fast, okay, Tiffany, Clementine, Shiva, Aaron, The Gentleman, Rosita, Eugene, Rick Grimes, Mateo, Aaron, Dylan, Jackie, AJ, Dr. Stevens, and your S-Class Alpha. So these are the characters that will get you at least 2 mythic tokens, and you can have double of them. So this is actually pretty good. So now what you can start doing is strategizing with your roster and looking at what you want to be able to do and how many mythic tokens you're gonna have. And then when we get the more information on the mythic characters, we can then start strategizing, okay, which characters to go for, and look forward and look out for that team build video when it comes to the mythic characters. It is going to be epic, man. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is your boy JustCMTexx. Please hit that like, notification, subscribe button there, just so you can stay up to date with all things Road to Survival. I thank you for tuning in. This is your boy JustCMTexx. Peace.